Hey City, welcome back to the channel. It's a girl Vermo, and I'm back with another reaction video. This video is from Sky News Australia, and we have Lefties losing it. Pro-asylum seeker, virtue signalers, right? Refuse to take in refugees. Oh, why? Okay, guys, my first time checking this out, and I can't wait to get into it. Before we get started, we have some amazing people watching us for the first time. If you are new to the channel, hello, I'm Vera. I do reaction videos. If it's something that you love, why not join Vera City? Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that's, guys, let's get started. Okay.
Now it's time for Lefties losing it, and let's start with MSNBC, the ever-reliable HQ for crazy conspiracy theories. Remember the whole Russian collusion hoax? And they also love to push unhinged hyperbole, like this next clip courtesy of veteran Nicole Wallace, who makes a series of false claims about January 6th and then ends with this journalistic revelation.
Republicans have been on their back foot when it comes to January 6th, with an intentional refusal to accept the facts that led to the violent insurrection on the nation's capital. See this latest attempt by Louisiana Republican Clay Higgins, in which he accuses the FBI of entrapping rioters in the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. The fact is that January 6th was a deadly insurrection in which Trump supporters beat cops with flagpoles, full stop. That's it. You don't need to tell the whole story of January 6th. I don't know who this guy is. I've never heard of him. I've never seen him on social media. He's telling lunatic stories.
Actually, the facts are that it wasn't an insurrection, and the only person killed that day was an unarmed Trump supporter, Ashley Babbitt, who was shot dead by a police officer, Michael Bird. And let's just listen again to that final point Wallace made about January 6th, a topic MSNBC is obsessed with.
That's it. You don't need to tell the whole story of January 6th. I don't know.
Yes, you just told Americans they don't need to know the whole story. That's the level of intellectual rigour among MSNBC news anchors these days. Now let's go to Michigan, where migrants who have opted to move to America are now chanting "Death to America."
Gaza has shown the entire world why these protests are so anti-America. Because it's the United States government that provides the funds for all of the atrocities that we just heard about. And this is why Imam Khomeini, who declared the International Day of Quds, this is why he would say to pour all of your chants and all of your shouts upon the head of America.
Yes, they are chanting "Death to America." Now, my family had to flee the mad Islam.
What? They are chanting "Death to America." Why would they do that? What exactly is going on here? Goodness. Wow.
Islamists of Iran. And if you stand with those Islamists, then what the hell are you doing in America? Kindly pack your bags and head back to Tehran or any other Islamist hellhole that shares your worldview. Now let's go to the UK, where the young ones are taking their protests directly to the homes of politicians, including Labour leader Keir Starmer.
I'm Ella, I'm 21, and I'm here today. I've just put up this banner outside of Keir Starmer's house saying "Starmer, stop the killing." Starmer's the leader of the Labour Party. He's got enormous power, enormous influence, and he can call on a two-way arms embargo on Israel to stop sending UK-made weapons over that are being used to cause genocide.
But given the efforts they've gone to intimidate a politician at his private residence where he lives with his children, these lefties losing it decided to double up their protests and also make a statement about catastrophic global warming that's going to kill us all.
He's at a position where he's got an enormous opportunity to make a real real difference and to do something and to stop mass death that we know is coming from the climate crisis.
Staying in the UK, let's look at this classic series of vox pops at a pro-asylum seeker rally. But those protesting do not want to personally help any refugees. Seems a bit mean.
To actually adopt a refugee and take them into your home?
Well, if I had any space, I would.
If you had any space.
It wouldn't be a nice place to bring them because it's a bit overcrowded.
Right.
But yes, if I had the space, definitely.
Thank you very much for that, love. Pop one into your home?
I live in a rental place, so I can't.
Rental?
Yeah.
You can't do it?
Yeah.
Someone else's job?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, I can't.
You can't take one?
I don't have a
Don't have the space?
I
Can I have a refugee stay at your house?
Yeah, I don't mind.
You go on the list?
I don't mind, yeah, 100%, give me the thing. Oh wait, I can't, because my house is only a little small and
amazing. Now, would you be willing to have a refugee in your home?
Yes, if I had room.
If you had room, it's funny that.
Look, I think if we ask more of these virtue signallers, one of them will step up and actually be willing to walk the talk, or just pretend to.
To adopt a refugee?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Any reason in particular?
I don't. What sort of refugee are you talking about?
Would you be willing to adopt a refugee into your home?
No.
No.
Sorry, I can't.
Would you adopt a refugee into your home?
No, thank you.
No? Adopt a refugee?
I would be willing, yeah, if I had the space.
If you had the space?
Yeah.
So, where should we put them then?
Where should we put them?
Yeah.
There's plenty of people who have got it.
No one has any room. It's someone else's job. Thank God there isn't a housing crisis anywhere. Let's end with this brilliant bit of comedy courtesy of Ricky Gervais. This is Afterlife. I'm not sure if this is art imitating life or life imitating art.
Right. Once and for all, I identify as an 8-year-old girl called Denise. Therefore, I am an 8-year-old girl.
Tell that to your you silly.
I identify as an 8-year-old girl.
No, you're not an 8-year-old girl.
You are what you identify as.
Pulls this sort of all the time. He saw a documentary once about ME, had that for a year.
That was a nightmare. You're tired all the time, I couldn't work.
It was bull.
There is a lot of misunderstanding and cynicism about the disease.
Yeah, and you didn't have it, you moron. Silly thought he caught last year.
I was 7.
You're a 50-year-old plumber from Sheffield. Your name's Dennis, for sake.
It's Denise.
I'm not calling you Denise.
Again, transphobic, you see. If you love me, you deal with it.
Well, I do love you. But I married Dennis Charlton, and if that's no longer your name, then I'm not married to you.
What did I just watch? A 50-year-old plumber says he identifies as a 8-year-old girl. Guys, did you see the way he did his hair? He did his hair into... What was that? Was that a ponytail or a bun? I think he did his hair into a bun. That is insane. You're a married man, you have children. All of a sudden, you want to identify as an 8-year-old girl. That is crazy and insane. Okay, you know what? Let's just leave that apart. And let's go to the main issue about this video. Yeah? Nobody wants refugees in their homes. That is serious. And to those yelling death to America, you guys are in America. What are you doing there? You came to another person's country, yet you are telling them death to their country. That is some serious things to say. Like, in fact, they ought to have been arrested and deported back to their country. If you're not okay with what is happening in America, go back to your country. What are you doing in America? And they even had the guts to hold a meeting. They even filmed the whole thing for people to see, and they are there chanting death to America. That is crazy and insane. They are just a bunch of hypocrites. They should have been deported. I'm surprised that I think nothing was done to them. Like, oh my goodness. Such disrespect. Such disrespect in a country that is not even yours. It's not even your country. Yet you have the audacity. It is just unbelievable. God bless America. I would always say this. America is actually one of my dream countries. I love America so much. I love watching American movies, That's the closest I've ever been to America. Watching American movies give me an insight of what the country is. The country actually looks like, what the country is about. But it's crazy that these things are happening in this country. And I think it is because of Biden. Biden is the president and he allows all of this. Trump is a no-nonsense man, because if Trump was president, I'm sure these people would not have the audacity to be saying, "Dex to America, come on," and in fact, the meeting would have been interrupted and they would have been deported right away. I trust Trump. I trust Trump. He doesn't take nonsense. And that is why people don't like him, because he's not the bullshit type. He's not someone who can bullshit. He always does the right thing, what is right. Come on. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. What do you think about this video? Drop your comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this one. I totally enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, give it a huge thumbs up and please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, join Veracity. Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.